the queen drops back to, and okay, it does go to c7. I was really confident in queen to a7 as a move there.
And now we see this blue little sneaky arrow suggesting d4, and Hikaru does it, opening the c file for the rook. And knight d6, is that a blunder from Magnus Carlsen?
Well, it feels like, didn't I just say that? Why would you put the queen on c7? It's so strange there. And what did we talk about, Dina? All it takes is one move. All it takes is one decision, and he completely forgot that this move was even playable. That's a basic tactic, and Hikaru is right back in it.
And instead of sacrificing the rook, Magnus decides to give away his queen, which is even more questionable.
Yeah, I have to say, I do agree with giving up the...
b3 is an uninspiring move that prepares to bring the bishop to b2 and attack the center later. c5 is a solid move that takes control of the center after white's cautious first move. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. Black develops the knight and attacks the center, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This prepares the bishop for development. This forces the opponent to double pawns. Takes back. Very precise. This attacks white's pawn chain. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. This moves the queen to safety. The rook moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. Good job bringing your bishop out early to build a solid position. The bishop moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. Out comes the rook and into the battle. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This is not the right idea. One more piece joins the action. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. One of the best moves. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. There were worse moves, but also something much better. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This misses an opportunity to prepare a retreat square for the king. This misses a better way to move a queen to safety. This threatens to win a pawn by overloading a defender. This permits the opponent to win material through a discovered attack. That was a strong discovery, and white will win material. This removes the attacking knight. This captures a free queen. Takes back. This overlooks a better way to capture a free pawn. This is the only good move. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This moves the queen to safety. This moves the pawn to safety. A solid choice. This is the way to win a pawn. This move puts the queen on a safer square. That was a free pawn. The piece finds a new active square. This is not the right idea. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. The knight is now adequately defended. This move puts the queen on a safer square. That's fine. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This is the only move that works. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This is the only good move. This threatens to activate a rook by getting it to the 7th rank. This permits the opponent to eventually win a pawn. This is the way to win a pawn. This allows the knight to control more squares. That pawn was free for the taking. Right on target. This threatens to win a queen by trapping a piece. This is a fair move. This is the only move that works. A strong move, occupying an outpost square and keeping the initiative. This moves the queen to safety. The queen is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This move puts the queen on a safer square. There was only one good move there. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This loses material. This wins a pawn. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This is the strongest option. That was a free pawn. Very precise. This is the only move that works. This steps away from the checking queen. Right on target. This forces the checking queen to move away due to a pawn kick. This overlooks a better way to move a queen to safety. This steps away from the checking queen. A very strong play. This is the only good move. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the queen. Very precise. This is the only move that works. This defends the attacked pawn. This is the only good move. The game ended in a draw by repetition.